It was hectic, but I mean, the adrenaline just picks up.
Two Nicholasville firefighters talked to us about how they worked together to rescue a man from a burning home.
New information tonight about a series of burglaries at an animal clinic. Police say they now have made an arrest.
A Central Kentucky mother is asking for help tonight. Her teenage daughter disappeared 2 days ago.
This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening. They saved a life on Christmas Eve. Tonight, two Nicholasville firefighters are talking to us about how they rescued a man from his burning home.
The fire damaged a home near downtown Nicholasville last Thursday night. The man rescued was taken to the hospital, and for one of the firefighters involved in the rescue, it was her very first fire run. Monique Blair has our top story at 11.
Every day is something different.
It was late Christmas Eve.
When we pulled around, you could see it from the back, but there was no way to get to the other side because there was a fence.
Nicholasville firefighter Lauren Bewley moved the engine while Lieutenant Joshua Pauley hopped the fence to get to the home.
I hear someone hollering for help on the inside, and I asked them, I was like, hey, are you inside? Because I couldn't see anybody back there, and he's like, yeah, I'm inside.
At that time, Bewley saw Lieutenant Pauley's flashlight and went to help him.
Turned back around, he was coming down the stairs with him. So I really just helped carry him finished carrying all the way out.
I was spent. I was tired. I would not have been able to get him as far as I did without her help. She downplays her role in the whole thing.
Now there's something unique about this fire here on Heritage Drive. It was the very first one that firefighter Lauren Bewley was called to.
Other than a controlled training, it's the first one I've ever seen or been to.
EMTs at the scene said the victim got out of the home just in time.
They told me, you know, it's a guess, professional guess on their part, another couple of minutes and he wouldn't have made it.
Both Bewley and Lieutenant Pauley are staying humble, saying they were just doing their job. But just doing their job on Christmas Eve saved a man's life.
We joined the fire department because we want to help people. To be able to do that is, I mean, that's why we do what we do.
In Nicholasville, Monique Blair, WKYT.
And we are thankful for them. Firefighters said the man they rescued was conscious at the hospital, but they haven't received an update on his condition.
New tonight, police have arrested a man they say has been breaking into a Woodford County animal clinic just hours after the Woodford County Sheriff's Office obtained an arrest warrant for 25-year-old Donnie Sparks. Police say they arrested him in Rockcastle County tonight. In the last few weeks, the Midway Small Animal Clinic has reported multiple burglaries. Surveillance video shows the burglar getting into the clinic through a window, then going through desk drawers. Workers think the burglar is looking for money. Also new tonight, investigators tell us a Whitley County Sheriff's deputy on his way to a call was involved in a crash. It happened late this afternoon on Deep Branch Road off Highway 92 near Williamsburg. Whitley County Sheriff Colin Harrell says the deputy, who's also his son, was involved in a head-on collision. The deputy was taken to the hospital as a precaution, but he was not seriously injured. The sheriff says the other driver wasn't injured.
2 days have now passed since a Central Kentucky teenager disappeared, and tonight there is still no sign of her. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office says 17-year-old Brandy Hall's mother reported her missing Monday night. Tonight, her mother tells us she fears for her daughter's safety. Garrett Weimer talks to her new at 11 tonight.
Melissa Crawford spent the day going door to door, passing out flyers, looking for leads.
I just try to have faith and just start every day like I'm going to find her.
Crawford last saw her daughter Brandy on Monday morning.
She got up, she gave me a huge hug and was like, you know, bye, hope you have a great day, you know, and we said we loved each other and that, you know, that was it.
When her husband got home that afternoon, Brandy was gone.
You know, Brandy has had some struggles like any teenager, like any person, but you know, I thought maybe she just kind of had a little relapse and needed to go get her head clear, or, you know, just not to this extent.
Investigators with the sheriff's office say they've gotten a lot of tips from several states even, but nothing panned out. And as the days pass, Crawford says she worries her daughter could be in danger.
The initial thought was maybe she was just going out for a while with someone, or, But now I'm afraid that she could be hurt or, held against her will. That's really what I'm afraid of now.
Crawford and family say they're leaning on their faith, asking for prayers, and asking Brandy to just come home.
And I love you, Boo. I love you so much.
In Boyle County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
A prayer vigil is scheduled for 6 tomorrow night at Indian Hills Christian Church in Danville.
Tonight, investigators are trying to figure out what caused the death of a Lexington mother found unresponsive in her home. Police say that 35-year-old Jill Carrier's children found her and her husband, Brandon Carrier, unresponsive at a home on Highlawn Avenue last night. The children then ran to a neighbor's home for help. Jill Carrier later died, but investigators say Brandon Carrier was treated and released from a hospital. Her mother says Carrier's children lost their father about 5 years ago.
This happens to their mother, so it's just a whole lot for my babies to deal with.
The Fayette County Coroner's Office has an idea of what caused Carrier's death, but investigators are waiting on toxicology results before determining an official cause of death.
We saw a rainy Christmas last week, but it's looking like we'll ring in 2016 with some dry weather. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey joins us now with an early check of your forecast.
Yeah, certainly a much better weather picture for our New Year's Eve and day compared to what we were going through a week ago at this time, albeit a cold little dry spell that we are going into. Floodgates are now opening from all the cold air that has been kind of parking itself across the western part of the country, getting into the Ohio Valley. The warm air we have been in for most of December now being squeezed across the southeastern seaboard. So we're going to continue to see one more little front making its way across the region as we go into the day tomorrow. So the chilly air that is out there now grows colder from northwest to southeast. Look at the numbers: 39 Lexington and Frankfort, 37 Covington, Harlan, though still holding out at 50 degrees into far southeastern Kentucky. Our Defender radar network, no precipitation, though we have quite a bit of cloud cover that is out there. We look at the future cloud cover and radar through the overnight into the day tomorrow and the first half of tomorrow. Look at the clouds that continue to hang tough. A little spotty drizzle or even a snowflake possible at some point over the next few days. It's a cold start to the new year. We'll show you how we ring it in with the hour-by-hour forecast in just a few.
Chris, thank you. Tonight, many rivers are still rising in Missouri and Illinois, flooding homes and businesses.
Authorities say nearly 24 people have died in that flooding over the last few days. And as Marley Hall tells us, for some, it's a race against time to save their homes.
Rising floodwaters washed over roads, homes, and businesses in Missouri on Wednesday. Firefighters rescued one man trapped on top of his pickup truck.
If we could say anything over and over and over, it would be don't drive into water.
At least a half dozen houses were lost south of St. Louis, where the Merrimack and Mississippi rivers meet.
Thanks, you guys too.
Carla Bryant organized residents to save as many homes as possible.
These are my neighbors. We've done everything we can, and we still can't beat it.
In Valley Park, volunteers tried to protect this business, which is only a block away from a levee.
The levee behind us was only like a foot to go, and then there's going to be some flooding.
Sandbags are often no match for raging rivers. Forecasters say floodwaters are rising more than 1 inch per hour in some communities.
Nearly 20 levees along the Mississippi River and its tributaries could fail. Mandatory evacuation orders are in place for numerous communities, but some residents would rather stay.
Tomorrow's another day. New Year's is at the end of the week, so 2016's got to be better.
The Mississippi is climbing and is expected to reach almost 15 feet above flood stage tomorrow. Marley Hall, CBS News, Valley Park, Missouri.
State transportation leaders are closing a stretch of US 51 in Ballard and Carlisle counties in western Kentucky because of expected flooding. The road is expected to be closed for at least a week.
Tonight, comedian Bill Cosby is free on bail hours after being arraigned on sexual assault charges in Pennsylvania.
Many women have accused Cosby of sexually assaulting them, but this is the first criminal case against him. Cosby made no comment as he left the courtroom this afternoon. He is released on a $1 million bail. He's accused of drugging and sexually assaulting a former Temple University employee nearly 12 years ago.
The reaction of the victim. frozen, paralyzed, unable to move. A person in that state cannot give consent.
The decision to charge Bill Cosby came just days before the statute of limitations in the case would have run out. Prosecutors cited evidence from a 2005 deposition that was unsealed over the summer. In it, Cosby admitted giving women drugs. In a statement, his lawyer said they're planning on a vigorous defense. And new tonight, a federal grand jury has indicted a friend of one of the shooters in the San Bernardino, California terrorist attacks. 24-year-old Enrique Marquez has been indicted on charges including conspiring in attacks that were not carried out and making false statements. Police say he bought the guns later used in the attack earlier this month. Marquez has not entered a plea.
The family of a fallen state trooper is creating scholarships to honor his memory. In June, Trooper Eric Chrisman died in a crash while responding to a call in western Kentucky. He was from Anderson County. Trooper Chrisman's parents say his sister came up with the idea to help students at the school he graduated from, the Christian Academy of Lawrenceburg.
I really want to give a scholarship in honor of Eric so that students could go to school and get the chance, like Eric did, because he enjoyed learning.
The Chrismans are now raising money for the scholarships. You can donate at Century Bank in Lawrenceburg or at the Christian Academy of Lawrenceburg.
Some policy changes are coming to a Jefferson County mall days after police say teenagers caused disturbances there. Mall St. Matthews had to close early Saturday night because of the disturbances. So now, after 4 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, everyone aged 17 and under at the mall must be with an adult who's at least 21 years old. The new policy also affects the nearby Oxmoor Center. Police also say there will be extra patrols at Mall St. Matthews this weekend.
Deputies in Pike County say a woman bit her husband during a fight over a television commercial. The Pike County Sheriff's Office charged Brandy Lester with assault. They say Saturday night she and her husband got into an argument over whether the person they had seen in a commercial was actress Hilary Duff. Deputies say Lester then bit her husband on the chin.
I've had a lot of crazy calls in my time, but this one is kind of up there.
Lester's husband wasn't seriously injured. They say Lester blamed the argument on not having enough space.